Yo, 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 yo. What's good,
What's good?
everyone?
What's good?
Good, what's good? Welcome to the
What's happening?
SCD podcast with your boy J Guns, LV, and a special guest. Long overdue. One of our
Long overdue.
you see him in the comments all the time. He's a Saints fan.
All right,
Uh, we talk about him a lot. He's finally joined the show. What's going on, D Morris?
man. Nothing much, man. Hey, man. Hey, proud to be here, man. I'm happy to be on the show, man. So, hey, it's an honor to be on the show with you boys, man, and talk some good
Oh
football.
man. Hey
Of
man,
course, man. Hey, I got something good to say about each one of y'all team too. So you be kind of surprised, man.
all right, we love to
I'm
hear
ready
it.
to hear that.
Me too, me too, me too.
Definitely ready to hear that.
I usually had a ski mask on. It's a little hot. You always get on me when I take the mask off. I'm like I'm sweating. It's the light, man. It's the light.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's the light. But man, we'll get right into it, man. I did special guest right college football. One of the news we heard today was Caleb Williams. He's
Mhm.
saying the team to draft him, he wants a stake and ownership. Don't know how much of a stake he wants.
Mhm.
I, for one, I personally never heard of something like that. I think with these college players having more freedom with the NILs and getting money, you see them on commercials all the time. Why not? Why not ask for it? We can just dive in that real quickly. Nemore, if you want to kick it off with that, just how you feel about just that in general, if you ever heard anything like that.
I've never heard of anything like that. It wouldn't sound too far fetched to get some ownership stake in the team that's drafting you. It's actually I'm actually proud to hear something like that. To hear that the history of the players being mistreated and misrepresented, and to have a player like him, even before he touched the NFL soil, to say something to the degree of, I would like ownership stake in a team. I want to receive equity from the team that I'm going to put my life on the line for. It's not about the money; it's about the long term play. And I hear nothing but long term thinking from him and his camp. So shout out to him and his camp. Caleb Williams seems to have a good um, supporting cast and supporting members around him. I heard a rumor that he didn't want to. He's going to stay at USC. And quote me if I'm wrong, but he's going to stay at USC if a team that gets the number one pick, if he doesn't want to go to that team. I think I think that's a good idea. But in regards to the ownership stake, man, that's refreshing to hear from a player. Um, actually like that. I didn't know you can do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players probably didn't know you
Neither.
can do that.
Didn't
But
know that
hey,
either.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I support it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a good look, man. Something different. I was surprised when I seen the news. I was like, damn, this is something different. But I mean, it's good that somebody actually will, want to, take a stake in ownership like that. Like you said, Demo, he's putting his life on the line, whatever team draft him, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm invested here, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good look at the end of the day. I don't know how it's going to play out for him, but
Right.
hey, I wouldn't mind it. I definitely wouldn't mind it, man. And I think with him taking
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
stand,
Me too.
in the future, other players that's going to be coming out going to be trying to take that same type of stand as well. So shout out to Caleb Williams, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I also
Yeah.
think, like you said, Demore, a lot of players talking about life after football. A lot of guys fumble the bag, do too much, and then they're left with
Yeah,
nothing. But you see guys, we talk about this. Everybody talks about LeBron James and his team around him making moves for life
Mhm.
after football, making big moves for these guys to see this, say, you know what, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So I think you said having the right people around you to even ask for it, even put that out there, even if he gets it or not, having that knowledge and say, you know what, I want to stake in ownership because I'm putting, like you said, put my life on the line. And then once you're done with me, you spit me out, chew me out, and I'm just out there in the world unless I manage my money right. Even
That's
if you
right.
don't
That's
manage,
right.
even if you do manage your money right, you still have that piece of stake in this $1 billion corporation. So shout out
Mhm.
to him, man. Like, I saw that last night and I was like, good gracious. I like that. What's up, Mel? What's going on? Keys with Lux, how you doing? Um,
Salute.
what up, Zoe? As usual,
what
it's
up,
good.
Zoe?
But yeah,
What's
man,
happening?
I like that. I like that. And I hope more, guys follow that lead and say, telling the owners what they want. Because owners will tell you what they want from them. Why not
Mhm.
ask for something back? Other than just the money for getting paid for on the field.
And with that being said, it has to be the Chicago Bears. If any franchise needs a player
Ooh,
like that, it has to be to be the Chicago Bears, in my opinion.
So that means you're done with Justin Fields in Chicago.
I'm still a Justin Fields fan. I think he needs to stay.
Chicago, to be honest with you.
Me too. I think Justin Fields needs to go play behind a veteran quarterback for about 2 or 3 years, but then try it again.
You know, I mean, the first 3 weeks, I probably would say yeah, but ever since he came out with that comment, he's been playing better. The play callers got different. I don't know if I don't want to say dumbed it down, but made him more comfortable for his style to play, other than force him to play their style of football. So, you know, I mean, I would agree with you a few weeks ago, but whatever they've done, they're still not winning, which is, you know, the key. But he looks better. It's not on him as it was before. So, speaking of that, we go right into NFL, not news, but topics. What teams have surprised you so far, man? We see some teams. I'll kick it off while you guys a few minutes to think. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, man. I mean, we knew that offense was gonna be high powered, but for Tua, that's the most shocking thing. You know, they got the one loss. Hey, that happens. But for them to be explosive as they are, I mean, they do have maybe 4 to 5 top fastest players in the league on the team, but they're winning. And that's been surprising, especially in that division where you got the Jets, you got the Bills, and they're, you know, clearly the number one team over there right now.
For me, one of the teams I'm surprised by on the more negative side is the Cincinnati Bengals. I've just been surprised by their start. Just been surprised with Joe Burrow's play. It just doesn't seem like that team has it together right now. The offensive line struggling, the defense is struggling. I mean, they looked better last week, but for the most part, I mean, I'm surprised by them. I thought they was going to come out a little bit better than what they have been, but we ain't seen it yet. So, but it's still early, you know what I'm saying? We still got time to see. You know, they can turn it around. I mean, they've done this before in prior season. You know, they start off slow, and then come mid-season, late in the year, they come out a little bit better. So we'll see what happens. But so far, Cincinnati Bengals, surprising for me.
I have to say the Miami Dolphins as well, man. I've always been a believer in Mike McDaniel being the head coach. He's a great coach, but I wrote Tua off before the season even began. And I'm just surprised, you know, I'm not surprised by the receivers, but I'm more surprised with Tua and how he's led that team. I mean, that they're looking pretty good, man. Let's see how they are towards the end of the season as more teams get more film on the Dolphins. Let's see how it's not about how you start, it's how you end. So let's see how they look around, you know, towards week 14, you know, I'll say week 13, 14. Let's see how they look towards the end of the season.
Yeah. And I'm picking back off what the homie Pusha T said, man, Alliance. I mean, conference champs, that's, you know, we'll talk about that when we get there. But right now, 5-1, looking good on both sides of the ball. They went to Tampa Bay, took care of business. You know, we're and I say we, I'm a Lions fan, so we're picking up where we left off at. We struggled early in the first part of last year. Made some changes, turned around. We got a young defense flying around the field. Offense, we getting together with Jameson Williams coming back. I didn't expect them to be 5-1. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, you know, kick things off with the win with the Chiefs. Granted, they didn't have Kelsey or whoever, but a dub is a dub. But
I mean, first of all, shout out Detroit, shout out to the Lions. Y'all boys looking good. So I can't even front right now. You boys is holding it down in the NFC. But what I was gonna say, I'm not really surprised by the Lions, honestly. For me, I saw them turn it around last season. You know what I'm saying? They had some signature wins in there. They beat Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that was a team that was trying to come along. Y'all had a hell of a draft. Detroit had a hell of a draft. Y'all got some young studs in there. And I always said, and Bizzle is my witness, Jared Goff, man. A lot of people be sleeping on Jared Goff. Hey, Jared Goff is nice, man. You got to get that man some credit. I think Detroit, when it comes down to it, Detroit will be in the mix. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to make some noise. You know, my Cowboys, we play y'all, you know, upcoming, so we're going to see what happens with that. But yeah, man, I'm not surprised by Detroit, man. They got a head coach, and Dan Campbell that actually cares. So, hey, we're going to see what happens, man. Shout out Detroit.
All right.
Shout out Detroit.
Like I said, when injuries, too, a lot of big injuries early on, and we still, getting through it. So we can flip it over to the other side, man. What teams have disappointed you so far? I was gonna go with what Trill said. With the Bengals, just off the top of my head, because I mean, you expect them to come back and be better than they were last year. I mean, they seem to fail to take care of the problem that hurts them the most, protecting your asset quarterback, your future quarterback. This is the guy who's your franchise. And for the life of me, I don't know if it's poor drafting on the offensive line, but they cannot seem to protect this guy. And it's been like that since he's been in the league. The fact they made it to the Super Bowl that year was amazing, knowing the fact how bad the offensive line was. And the defense was suspect that year. I wouldn't say suspect. I mean, they held on, but it was the offense was holding down.
Yeah.
But for them still not to have that protection for him, it's shocking. Joe Burrow, when he's right, can be a top 5 quarterback in the league. And before, a couple weeks ago, when him and Jamar Chase finally connected and got the game around, he was looking like a bottom 5. I mean, that calf didn't hurt, but the protection, that's what I don't understand it. They're not getting him, not protecting him like they should be.
For me, I think one of the teams that's been disappointing for me, I'm gonna have to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I figured they put enough for Lamar Jackson to be, better than he was, even in his MVP years. You know what I'm saying? You surround him with some talent. You drafted a young stud receiver. You got a hell of a tight end. But for some reason, that offense is just not doing what it's supposed to do. Man, Lamar Jackson, man, like I said, that was one of the knocks on, Lamar Jackson. We always said, hey, if you get him some talent and some receivers, he gonna be a problem. And we haven't really seen that this year. They 3-2 right now. You know what I'm saying? I expected them to be a little bit better, but definitely the Baltimore Ravens been disappointing.
It's interesting.
I see the Baltimore. I wanted to say Baltimore as well, but I'm gonna say Baltimore and Tennessee, in my opinion. Call me crazy. I think Baltimore and Tennessee have both been disappointing to me. The way they played last year and the way I expected them to play. Both teams should be at least 4-2 by now, in my opinion. Definitely Tennessee. And now they're talking about trading Derrick Henry. So, that's a huge disappointment. You know what I mean? They got to get Derrick Henry out of there while they can, because I think he's turning 30 years old. So they have to move him to get some kind of assets back. But Tennessee's been a huge disappointment. But if I had to choose one of the two, I have to go with Baltimore. Definitely after Lamar Jackson got that big contract. So,
and to piggyback what you said about the Titans, man, I live here, so these games are on all the time. Unfortunately, that offense is stale, man. You get DeAndre Hopkins in here, you can barely give him the ball. I don't think nobody's really a fan that much of a Tannehill. Now he's out. And poor Malik Willis. They threw him out there last week. He looked. I mean, thank God he has ability to run, but the offense just looks so. I don't know. It's so Derrick Henry based that when he stopped and get shut down, they have nothing. What up, Marv? Jumping in. We talking about teams that disappointed so far, Marv. We got one real quick.
Yeah, my team is them Broncos, man. We expected a lot out of Sean Payton and Russell Wilson out there.
Did we?
I didn't.
I mean, well, maybe y'all didn't, but I thought that they would have a resurgence of energy out there. I thought that Russ would want to, reestablish his legacy, but he looking poor out there. It's just sad out there.
Sean Payton just hit a lick, Marv. Like Sean Payton hit a lick. That was all. He went to go hit a lick, got some guaranteed money in his contract. So win or lose, he win. That's all. Man. They do it all the time.
And on top of that, you got Judy getting embarrassed on national TV by Steve Smith. It's a mess. It's a mess out there in Denver, man.
Well, let's talk about that for a quick second. What are y'all thoughts about the Jerry Jeudy and Steve Smith thing? Because me personally, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, Steve Smith is Steve Smith. He's gonna be opinionated no matter what. He don't care if he's on TV, off TV. You poke that bear, you're gonna get what you get. And a lot of people say he shouldn't embarrass him like that. I'm like, man, but he was disrespectful. I don't know. You an NFL receiver. This is what happened. It comes with the territory. Everybody gonna say have their opinion. He didn't say nothing nobody else wasn't saying. And then, I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean, at first, when it first happened, I thought it was funny. I was like, man, whatever, I felt like everything that Steve Smith said, he wasn't wrong at all. I feel like he nailed it. But at the same time, Steve Smith, you want to kind of uplift these young players nowadays. And I feel like Steve Smith is in a position to where he can, help build a player up instead of bringing them down. So I had to think about it that way. And, I feel like he really could have laid off just a little bit because he went in. Let's be real. Steve Smith went in on that young man. But yeah, man, I feel like he should have built him up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Steve Smith knows the stress that comes with the NFL. And these guys are out here day in, day out, week in, week out. They got to deal with the media and they got to deal with the team coaches outside of all of that. And then no telling what's going on with his family. Not saying anything is going on, but yeah, you got to build them up, man. You got to build them up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's a good perspective, true. I mean, he is in a position where he could criticize a player better than the way he did it. That's my only thing. Like, I feel like what he said was true. Like, I think like can't nobody, knock that. But how he said it is just, you know what I'm saying? It's just the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? And you call somebody just another guy, that's just like you just another Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's very disrespectful when you think about it, and your name is on your back. And you calling me just another guy? Come on, guy.
Go ahead, D. Morris. I want
to respond. I feel like Skip. Now I know what Skip Bayless feels like. You're a guy. I really know how you feel now. Y'all done got soft, man. Like, man, you don't disrespect a veteran receiver that's put in the time, the hours, the stats. Like Steve Smith, he's that guy. That's a guy you can learn from. And to be disrespected like that, y'all don't know who Steve Smith was disrespecting around for him to trigger that and to say that on TV, because he also kind of messed that man money up. I don't agree with messing that man money up, because he said when they call me and ask me about you, I'm gonna tell them you're just another guy. I don't agree with messing the man money up. But at the same time, it's all about respect. It's all about respect, man.
Yeah,
show respect.
Not agreeing. I don't want to say soft, but hey, man, you get what you get. He said he went up there to check. Hey, man, say something to him. You dropping Big Sean lyrics on him. I don't F with you. Like, what are you doing? Like you said, in front of his colleagues. They was out there, pregame and get ready to do their thing, and then you drop that, and you know who Steve
was on the phone with his wife. He was on the phone with his wife.
So you know who he was dealing with. Everybody know, hey, man, don't say nothing to him, man. He high here, he a snap. Like, who the guys, he got what he got. I'm not mad at none of them. I mean,
but guess what? I want to say this. I agree with Steve Smith, by the way. Jerry Jeudy is just another guy. I don't agree with the third option, but he's a 2. He's a good 2.
For him to be a first round pick, he's just another guy. He's playing just like another guy. So yeah, he need to be playing a whole lot better.
I halfway agree because it's Russ too. Russ is we got. I want to see Jerry with another QB. I know, but we see how poorly he's playing. It can't
always be that little man fault.
I mean, somebody got to give him the ball. You got to have a good scheme going. Like, they look trash, man. I mean,
thanks.
You might be right, Vizzel. He might just need to go elsewhere and, pick up his career or whatever. But people do put a lot on first round draft picks. I get it, but it ain't all his fault.
Yeah, you got to.
Do anybody know exactly what Steve Smith said on his podcast about Jeudy?
He said the same thing. He said he's not productive, just another guy. He didn't say just another guy, but he was just not productive. I mean, he say he's trash for that. I mean, he's not saying nothing. We're saying the same thing. We just not Steve Smith. We don't have the platform.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, if he just would have said, him being a first rounder, the production don't, what I'm saying? We're not seeing what we need to see out of him. He needs to pick it up. I think it would have been cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you put just another guy on it, or you just, hey, you playing like trash or any of that extra stuff, then it's like, okay, now you making it personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can talk about my play, but then when you put that on it, now you made it personal.
Yeah.
It could have been, like you said, spur of the moment. You said what you said right before he got on the air, and he probably be thinking that maybe I shouldn't did that on air. But like you said, he's a high head. You poke the high head, and you got what you got. I mean, dance behind him and all that stuff. So hey, I mean, get what you get, in my opinion. And like you said,
Smith better than me. He better than me. I would have called him a JAN.
Oh man! All right. Well, while we're talking about just another team, how you feel about the Saints, man? I personally.
Marv, go first.
Marvin?
No, I said he. I was just messing with. I said he can go. I can go around first.
I'm gonna kick it off first and let you. Yeah, we'll let you in with it because I personally think. As an outsider looking in, I didn't like the fact that Jameis didn't get the start off as a quarterback. He brought Derek Carr in, who's he's okay. I mean, injuries catch up with him in Vegas. That's all I can say. You paid the tight end / quarterback / whatever he wants, top dollar, to do a couple of trick plays here and there. I don't know, man. A lot of money been paid to guys who's not producing. And,
True.
But I like Olave. I don't know, man. I let y'all take it. I like Jameis Winston, man. I wish he would have got the start, man. Like, give him a chance. I don't know what he's talking about these pre-games and his huddles. They don't seem to respond to that, but I don't tell him what he's saying. But
talking about eating W's
and
legs.
Yeah, he's the wacky guy, the wacky quarterback. He got there.
Man, I don't know. I think the Saints are really an up and down team, like week to week. You don't know what you're gonna get from them. I think they got some pieces that are key there. You got Olave, you got the old guys, Thomas, and that defensive front has always been good. So it's just hard to kind of gauge them when from week to week they look good one week and then the next week you're losing a game that you shouldn't lose to, like Green Bay, and what I'm saying, kind of look like that. So it's hard for me to gauge them. It's gonna be interesting. They definitely gonna have my attention this weekend. They got a big game coming up
tomorrow. No, Thursday. What's today? Yeah,
is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah. I got Tampa, right?
No, Jacksonville.
Okay. Yeah. One of the teams.
Yeah.
I mean, they up and down just because they got an up and down quarterback with Carr. You just don't know which Carr you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really ain't seen enough from the Saints. I mean, they had a W against the Patriots. I want to say they beat them like 34-0, but I mean, it's the Patriots. The Patriots struggle, I just don't really see no signature wins. Like Marv said, they should have beat Green Bay. They didn't beat Green Bay. But like you said too, they got some nice pieces. I don't know. I guess I'm not really feeling y'all head coach, man. At the end of the day, I don't really see enough for him that tells me that he's really involved with his players like he should be. It just seems like the offense don't move the ball like they should sometimes to me in crucial moments. You got Kamara back. It's good to see Kamara back, but he's still trying to get in rhythm right now. So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's the Saints at the end of the day, man. We ain't worried about y'all. When I say we, I'm talking about my Cowboys. How them Dallas and New Orleans be going back and forth.
Boy.
So,
oh boy.
Yeah, but it's the Saints, man.
Okay, I'll make this short and sweet so we can talk about other things. Dennis Allen, head coach. We knew what we were getting when they promoted him to head coach. None of us in the Saints Nation wanted Dennis Allen to be the head coach. We seen how he coached in Oakland, and he done brought it over here. We don't know what the hell he doing. Excuse me, we don't know what the heck he doing. We
He
wanted
good,
someone like Pete Carmichael to be the head coach, our offensive coordinator right now. Pete Carmichael should have been the head coach. Dennis Allen doesn't know what he's doing. We was happy to get Derek Carr, but at the same time, we wanted to roll with Jameis Winston. So to say, to really piggyback off of what y'all was saying, we don't know what we're getting week to week. We just don't. We have a great defense that could be greater. We have a great offense that could be greater, but it starts with the head coach. And it also starts in the front office with Mickey Loomis, man. He has to continue to put them good pieces around these players. Also, not just that, he needs to put the right coaches, in the coaching staff. And I'm gonna talk about that a little later because Detroit got some of our coaches that made us great. So we'll talk about that a little later.
What do you feel like you need to see for the rest of the season from your Saints?
Consistency, man. Like I need to see them fighting because I don't think we'll make the Super Bowl, but I just need to see them. I need to see that dog in everybody. You know what I'm saying? I need to see them having some kind of team chemistry, and most importantly, I need to see Derek Carr upgrade, man. I'm tired of him getting clowned. I'm tired of him getting played, and I'm just tired of him playing like his brother in Houston. So
I was a fan of Derek Carr earlier.
I want my money's worth. If you're looking like how Lamar got his money, Derek Carr got his money, we need to get our money's worth, man.
Yeah. I mean, he threw for a lot. He threw 50 passes this past weekend. He threw 50 passes.
I don't care. Should have threw 51.
Yeah, that's a lot of passes just to get 13 points. And we're gonna move on, like you said, short and simple. We move on to the boys out in Texas, man. Cowboys get that much needed win after all the conversation from the 49ers. You get that game out the way, you move on to week 6, as they say, with an impressive victory over the Chargers. It was a good game. Impressive, yeah, it was impressive. It was. I mean, I say impressive because you see some guys on the field making plays who we don't know as outsiders make big plays, like Bland, the guy, the hybrid safety linebacker they're talking about a lot that game, who made some big plays. So
he's
good.
Yeah. So we're seeing those guys on the world stage on the Monday Night Football make plays. Bland made the play of the game at the end, should have been a pick, but it was deflected no matter what. And it says a lot about how you guys fought to the end. I mean, hey, 20-17, a dub is a dub. You move on, right? I mean, you get that 49ers game behind you. Move on. Nobody's talking about that no more. What do you guys think?
I mean, it definitely was a good dub. It was needed because I would have hated if we went out there in LA and we lost that game. And then going into the bye week, it would have been hell. The city would have been crazy. You already know how Cowboy Nation is. You already know how our fans are.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a good dub. I was glad to see, the defense step up in crucial moments. I was glad to see Michael Parsons, make a play because before that, Parsons was missing. I'm gonna be honest. I think he only came away like 2 or 3 tackles, but he had that crucial sack at the end. It was good to see Dak move around finally. He's, what I'm saying, that's what we've been screaming. You got quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts that, they use their legs to, be successful in the offense, and we just don't get enough of that from Dak. And you see what he can do when he is able to run the ball. So, it was good. Marv, we talked about it. You talked about it in the chat. The running game is just not where it needs to be. I think that's kind of why you see our offense struggle. That's why you kind of see Dak not really being Dak because he just don't have that run game to fall back on. I don't know if it's I think we kind of overhyped Tony Pollard. Don't get me wrong, Tony's my man, but at the same time, I feel like he's better coming in, going against a defense that's been already worn down by a bruiser type running back. But I mean, it's tough. We need a run game. We don't have it right now. But again, it was a good dub, man. We go into the bye week. Hopefully we go into this bye week and we get some shit cleaned up especially on the offensive side of the ball. And just real quick, again, shout out that boy Marquise Bell, undrafted young cat, man, making some noise. We always, well, me personally, I knew he had this in him. You know, he is technically a safety, but he did move down to linebacker, and he's been making some noise, filling in that void for LVE, you know, with him being hurt with his neck injury. But man, hey, we got some stuff we got to clean up, man. We got some upcoming games coming up, some big games. So hopefully they get this, you know, the offense cleaned up before we come back out after this bye week.
I don't know, man. I feel like the Cowboys are a good team, mostly because of the defense. Like we said, the running game is not there like it used to be. They don't have that bruising attack anymore, and that's a shame considering that y'all got one of the best O lines in the league. It's just not showing through on the field.
Yeah.
And then with y'all having all the weapons that you have, Gallup, CD, Cooks, Pollard, you know what I'm saying, out the backfield, the tight end, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that y'all would be able to, you know, 27-30 a team, you know what I'm saying, week to week. And it's just tough looking at it. Like, I just don't know what's going on. Like, and you got Dak, who's been there forever, so it's just like, you know, run your shit, bro. So looking at that team and just seeing how dominant the defense is, like, let's think about this. This game, you look at it, you're like, man, you know, they really didn't even get after Herbert with any sacks besides that one at the end of the game. And you still barely let up 17 points. The one touchdown was just off the muff fumble. So really, it should have been a 20-10 game for real. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that, that's like defense is dominant. And if your defense is that dominant, take advantage of it. Score some points.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, I'm like, they good, but I don't know how good. You know what I'm saying? They still in the top 10, but I can't put them in the top 5.
Yeah.
Well, I'm next.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
No, you got it. You got it.
I was going to add some more stuff. I was going to say, man, I like the fact that Dak was getting the ball to his receiver. Get the ball to CD Lamb. And he made big plays, man. And it opens up the playbook a little bit more. Once you get the stars the ball, it makes defense pay attention to a little bit more. So you open up catches for Gallup. You open up catches for Cooks. You know, the run game looks a little different. You get the big screen play from Pollard out the backfield, which is mainly his specialty. Like Brooks said, it's a new offense that they're running. You know, I think Dolly, our homeboy Dolly, was the first one that said that Pollard probably is the number one running back. I was disagreeing, but I think it's the style that he runs. I think it's just a different style of run that he does, like Trill said. You know, get the bruiser in there first, knock him around a few times, and let, you know, Pollard come and clean up. Get the third down rushes against him, trying to catch him. But yeah, like I said, good dub. You needed that. You can move on.
Right. I think the Dallas Cowboys is a great team. I think they have a chance to make it to the NFC conference. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm kind of betting on that. Dan Quinn, we don't need to talk about him. He's already a great coach. Brian Schottenheimer, I want to talk to you. I want to bring you to the congregation, in front of the congregation. You're going against the Chargers, who are last in defense, just about, and you couldn't put up no more points than that with a high-powered offense like the Dallas Cowboys. Come on. I don't want to hear about Tony Pollard. And speaking of the running game, y'all should have y'all should do the Felix Jones, Marion Barber type style. Y'all need to have a power back, and then y'all need to have a speed back. That's what I think the Dallas Cowboys need in order to, you know, make that offense more efficient. Dak Prescott looked good. Pause. He looked good out there in the pocket and doing his thing and being a leader, like everybody's been complaining about. I think the Dallas Cowboys, they did their job this week by showing adversity, and it's going to take that to get further as the weeks go by. And when you get into the playoffs, it's going to take adversity more than anything in order to game. So I like what he's doing, and I like what Mike McCarthy's doing as well. Brian Schottenheimer, we need to put some. It should have been like 40-7. You need to let the league know, put them on
Be
notice.
like that every
You know what I'm
week.
saying?
Like that every week.
I
I
like the
agree.
fact that
I agree.
they were picking on players too. They picked on what's the corner?
Asante Samuel
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah, they were picking on him. That's what you need to do. Attack that guy.
Yeah.
They were attacking him in the main stand. Like you said,
Attack
also
the
like you
number
said,
one corner.
that defense was bending, but it wasn't breaking. You got guys making big plays on third down, fourth down plays. Build on that. Like you said, I disagree with Marv on the fact that I don't disagree, but I think that Dallas Cowboys are better on paper still than what they're putting on the field. And I think as the time rolls on, they get familiar with this offense a little bit more, seeing what work, don't work. I can still see them coming out the NFC.
And what I was going to add to that too, I don't know how people will feel about this, but don't get me wrong. Michael Gallup, man, it's time for him to chill out. I think we need to go ahead and make that switch to Jalen Tolbert. We got a young receiver just sitting on the bench. You know, he's playing special teams. Matter of fact, he had not necessarily a good play. He muffed that punt, but number 18. But Jalen Tolbert, man, I think he needs to come in for Gallup. I don't know what's going on with Gallup. I don't know if it's still a confidence issue because, he tore his ACL. I mean, I feel like he should have been over it by now, but something's going on with that. We need to go ahead and make that adjustment. It's just me. If I'm coming out the bye, I'm making that change. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody that's going to go out there and make plays. If you look back at that game, man, I don't know what it is, but, man, Gallup is just running out there. He wasn't doing anything. And, every time I feel like every time Dak throws in his direction, something bad happens. Like, it almost feels like the Noah Brown situation. You know what I'm saying? So I will make that adjustment. And then another adjustment I will make, I will go ahead and run out there with starting Rico Dowdle, our backup running back. He's more of a bruiser type running back. I will let him go out there, beat the defense up. And then, you know what I'm saying, put use my spots with Tony Pollard, put Pollard in his position, that he was accustomed to having last season. So, hey, but we'll see what happens.
Like HB sweep, more like a sweep.
Yeah, I feel like Pollard needs to run more outside, if anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, he can run in between the tackles. It's not a problem, but I feel like he's more productive running outside. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the fastest running backs in the league right now, so why not use that? And then, like Vizzle said, you know what I'm saying, we need to use him more as a receiver, and we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just some adjustments that we got to make, man. I just hope that, we do those adjustments and we come out after that bye. Because, like I said, we got some big games, man, coming up.
Definitely. Well, good things you got the bye week coming up. Get you guys healthy and rested and ready to start back second half of your season. All right, we're gonna go out to Detroit, man. When Detroit goes to Tampa Bay, get an impressive win. We shut down that offense. We hold Baker Mayfield to 206 yards on 36 passes, a pick. If I can only say one thing that's lacking with the Lions, and it's not their fault, you can see the presence in the run game without Montgomery. He didn't play. We get Reynolds, the leading ball carrier, which is probably the only healthy one we had. 10 carries, 15 yards. That's the only thing I can say. We got to do better with getting, better attack when Montgomery's not there because, we never know what happened. But, hey, the defense is playing great. Offense doing exactly what it needs to do. Goff is getting the ball down the field. The corners, man, stopping Mayfield getting long, deep passes down the field. The secondary was flying all over the field. Now, linebackers, man, Anzalone, Campbell, flying. I mean, the defense is looking good. We need to keep it up. Nothing much more to say, man. Just keep rolling and take care of business. Got a big game this week with the Ravens, so it's really going to test to see where we at in the league. So you might want to follow up on that.
I got you, man. The Detroit Lions, man. I want to name some coaches out here. Besides Campbell, who's from New Orleans Saints guy. Aaron Glenn as well. If I can recall, last year y'all were talking about fire Aaron Glenn. He's a horrible defensive coordinator. Y'all trying to fire that man last year. If I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was on that
Trust
train.
the process.
Both of them was
Trust the process.
They fired an assistant defensive coach. When they fired him, I don't know what it was. When they fired that guy, it just flipped the switch. So
It was him.
yeah,
It was him.
like
That's what it was. Some notable names as coaches, Dre Bly, Antoine Randall, Mark Brunell, and JT Barrett. I didn't know JT Barrett was the quarterback's coach. Along with Mark Brunell, I had no idea. But anyway, that's they have a great coaching staff, probably one of the best coaching staffs in the league, I would argue. I like the Detroit Lions, man. I like everything they're doing. I like y'all running back from Alabama. He won me a lot of money, so I continue to support him. I just like the Lions, I trusted him ever since day one. I didn't like the speech that Campbell gave y'all when he came in, but at the same time, I've been a fan of the Detroit Lions for a while. And not like a big fan like the Saints, but I've been a fan of watching them ever since Campbell became the coach, because I knew this year would be their year. So I like what I see.
All right. Yeah. I feel like that win was pretty good. Considering that we was a little nicked up. We didn't go in there full power with the run game that we would normally take on the road with us. To add on to what Vizzle said, yeah, the defense, what I like about the defense is I feel like they finally they believe in themselves. They found that swagger and confidence, and it's showing on the field. They got people making plays all over the place. Like I'll admit, I was one of the ones who thought that linebacker core was probably the weaker part of the team, but they really are stepping up. Campbell is making plays, and Zaloni is out there leading the team in tackles and getting past deflections. I didn't know he had that part in him. I knew he can get to the ball and make a good tackle, but I didn't know he was making plays like that. So it's looking real good out there. And then to add to it, we down our two off-season picks in the secondary. They both got hurt. Yep. So when you put them back out there, you really gonna see some. You know what I'm saying? They could be more aggressive. Blitz more, do different things. Right now, they got to use the coverage. So they're gonna be able to get after it a lot more when some of those guys come back.
Yeah, just to add to it, I mean, you already, pretty much said everything that needs to be said. But again, going back on what I was talking about earlier, Jared Goff, man. You gotta give it to Jared Goff, man. He's not turning the ball over. He's getting the ball to his playmakers. You know what I'm saying? He's taking advantage of St. Brown. I think he had like 15 targets or something like that, 12 catches or something like that.
It is.
Y'all got to respect it, man. Jared Goff, man, he's holding it down for that offense. He's moving that ball. So, again, with this impressive win with the Lions, I'm more impressed with Jared Goff, you know what I'm saying, getting them that dub like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely put on Jared Goff, and he delivered, man. Shout out to J-Mo, too. Jack Williams, you know what I'm saying? He out there. That was a nice catch, you know what I'm saying? He adjusted to a ball and made that touchdown catch. So,
ain't nobody.
Has everybody been giving him a lot of flack saying he's been dropping balls and stuff like that, which he has.
There's one person.
It's definitely one person.
He ain't here.
Yeah,
but he been getting it locally too. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. He been getting it locally.
Yeah.
They've been tearing him up on local sports radio, saying you need to do more, concentrate more, all of that. But anytime you come up with a 40-yard touchdown, play.
Yeah, I mean he's a young guy, man. He finally getting on the field. He's happy to see that. He'll get more plays, more opportunities, man. I mean, but you got guys like Reynolds, man.
He's showing out.
He's showing out. Yeah. Who before was like the 5th or 6th receiver on our team a couple of years ago, who's moved up and Goff trusts him. So you got it, and then you got St. Brown doing his thing. So we got playmakers in the tight end, Laporta. We got weapons. When Gibbs, hopefully Gibbs, man. I'm worried about the curse of us. And these running backs, I do too. But I think when we get on our team, they get hurt, they move on. We still got Abdullah, who drafted, stood out here somewhere. We gave him.
He was all right.
Swift, he's gone. So we get these young running backs in, get 1 or 2 years, and they're gone. So,
Hey, that's how it is with the running backs.
Yeah, but yeah.
Jeff Light is short, man. Short.
That's just the trend. You know what I'm saying? You give these running backs, you get them on a rookie deal, so you get them for cheap, and then by the time they get the second deal, like you try to give them another 2 or 3 year. Then after that, they just like either they sign that second deal with you or either they gone. Like that's just how it go with the running back. But yeah, to touch on that Reynolds deal, I heard a crazy stat. Every single one of his catches has been for a first down. Like he out here fooling.
And then Mar, I want to call you out for a second. We got a couple minutes, Mar.
All right.
We were talking in the chat away from here, and you don't feel like Goff is the guy for our future.
No, I think he is good for right now. I think he's the person that to steer the ship. You know what I'm saying? Right now. But I'm saying like future longevity. Like I'm not retiring Goff here. That's where I'm at with it. I'm not retiring him. I'm not. He's. Okay. I don't think he's got the upside and everything to like. He's not going to be one of them players that's going to be like 35, 38 years old, still productive. He don't got no legs. He don't got no ability. Like, and he kind of, you know what I'm saying? He kind of stiff in the pocket. Sometimes his quarterback clock seems a little slow to me. I think we could upgrade. I think if you find that person, I think you could upgrade for real.
You feel like he's capped out right now? You feel like you don't see him getting no type of any better at all?
I think we're seeing the best version of him. And oftentimes, how long is that? When people cap out, you know what I'm saying? Like that lasts about 2 to 4 years. You got that window. That's what I'm saying. It's perfect for the Lions. And what I'm saying, I think he gonna play at a very high level over these next couple of years. You got to include last year, this year, and probably another 2 years. And then you're gonna be looking like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, I mean he's 29. I don't expect him to be here 10 more years, but I think for the foreseeable future, I don't think we need to go looking for no quarterbacks unless we see a drastic change in the next year or two. I was screaming that even when we first got him. I thought he was capable enough to be a quarterback to get us afloat to where we had to rush out and get the Zach Wilsons, to get those guys who we see now are just not ready to be starters.
I'm not saying like the Lions actively got to go out and go get a quarterback, but if that quarterback is there, don't be afraid to go get him.
I would agree with that. Okay. Because 29, he's doing good. I mean, he's Pro Bowl numbers right now. Last year too, he's getting us going in the right direction.
I even said in the chat. I even said in the chat. Do the Aaron Rodgers. Sit your ass on the bench and learn from Goff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in no rush to get rid of Goff.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, get some. If you see somebody that's there that you think can be an upgrade, let him come in, sit, and wait his turn. That's what I was doing.
So who we drafted?
Ooh.
So who we drafted? Are y'all gonna get that quarterback? Who you gonna draft? Are you gonna get that quarterback from Duke? I'll get the quarterback from Duke, Leonard. You can get him in the second or third round.
That's where I was trying to go with it. I'm like, do we do a second or third round pick? I don't know. And I don't know who's gonna be there.
I don't think we'll see one in the next few years.
But I'm just honestly, if there's somebody that is there and you like them, don't be afraid of it.
Mm-hmm. So I still think we still have some things we clear up before we go get another quarterback. I think we need depth at end. Marv, we talked about that. Having another defensive end as opposite side of Hutchinson.
Question. The Lions, are they going to be active at the trade deadline? And if so, who do you see, or what do you see them acquiring?
I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be active. I don't think we need to be. We get guys healthy. If anything, we go probably get another running back just to have. Because 10 carries for 16 yards being our leading rusher is not going to cut it. I mean, we our last all season we've been off David Montgomery's back. He's leading the way. We're playing off him, so we gotta get a guy who defense gonna respect before we throw the ball down the field. So I think we could have got more points, honestly, if our run game was intact. But the fact that we got away with that, so I think add another running back, even out of trading, picking up one, somebody who's be a threat.
Yeah.
I
got a quarterback. Y'all can get Michael Penix Jr. from Washington, man.
Oh, I like him. And if he was available in the third.
Yeah, if he's available in the third, we're not gonna let him just get away. We go ahead and I like him. I watched that Oregon game, man. Him and Bo Nix going back and forth. It's fun to watch. That was a fun game to watch. But seeing that guy in Washington, I don't want to Desmond Howard and say his name wrong, and I'll be internet. But we know who we're talking about.
Michael Penix Jr., man. That guy, he has a good future. He has a good future.
Oh yeah.
But isn't Penix like a 6-year player or something like that? Hasn't he been there forever?
I know Bo Nix.
Just like
I'm thinking of Bo Nix. That's what I'm thinking of Bo Nix. Bo Nix been there forever, bro.
Yeah, Bo Nix been there forever. Auburn. I thought I saw Bo Nix when I was in high school, man.
That's why I said the other day. I said, man, he didn't leave. He
Cam for real, man. I'm like, what he with Cam Newton? Like, for real. So, I get Michael Penix, man. Y'all got a lot of time. Y'all have a lot of. Y'all got Teddy Bridgewater as backup, right?
Yeah.
Y'all should be good.
He can.
Y'all got at least 3 years.
And we got Hooker. I don't know what they think of Hooker yet. Like, no.
Oh, yeah, they do got Hooker, man. I forgot about him, man.
But I think they let him fully recover. I mean, he had that bad injury at Tennessee. We got him as rookie, and so they probably like let him, just relax. Don't even try anything right now. We don't even need you to be a backup. We don't need to see you on the field. Just relax, get healthy. Right. I forgot about him, but yeah, they are just. Yeah, I forgot we do have him. I like him in Tennessee. I like him. Transfer. Yeah, he's been around. Oh, he's talking about.
Hey, real quick before we go into the predictions, I wanted to ask y'all something about Aaron Rodgers. Y'all seen the video of Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball on the field?
Mm-hmm. I meant to bring that up yesterday, but yeah, I seen that. I'm like, that's crazy.
Like, how is that possible, bro? Like,
they said they did some new age, cutting edge technology stuff on that man. So they're talking about he actually might be able to play this year if they make the playoff.
That's crazy.
I mean, the technology, man, is getting better and better every year. You've seen how when ACLs is not as defeating as it used to be. Now it's like 9-8 month recovery. Where
6 to 9 months now compared to that year.
Yeah. Modern medicine, modern technology, man. But it was crazy seeing him throwing the ball. I was like, golly, no brace, no cast,
no nothing. Just like he could have played. Like it seemed like that's crazy.
He wasn't walking gingerly or anything, but
nah, he would have got the run and it would have failed, man.
But shout out to the Jets though. They keeping afloat. They winning games.
I was gonna say something about that too. Trill is that don't you think that him just being on the field? Don't you think that him just being on the field, seeing him out there, makes them want to play harder? Like,
of course,
I think that's what it was. Like, I think he was on the sideline.
Bad,
yeah. No.
No.
Why you say no?
Yeah, why you say no?
They're trying to fulfill their contract obligations, man. That's all it is. Man. They ain't trying to be on first take in the morning, man. That's all it is.
So you mean tell me what inspiring for them? They didn't have a Disney moment when they see their quarterback coming out the tunnel, high fiving, just being the president. They didn't have that moment.
No, they didn't get down. They like, I wish he was here, but it's whatever. I ain't trying to get roasted on Twitter, so I'm gonna do my thing.
That's true. But I do think they get the ultimate pass because the guy who they set the whole season around is not around. All right to our predictions. First game up. Got the 4-2 Jaguars going to New Orleans with them 3-3 Saints. Woo! This one, I don't know. Because, like you said, the Saints have been up and down. The Jaguars the same way. The Jaguars need to keep playing over in London. They're undefeated over there this season. They need to keep try to get their home games over there. But I'm gonna roll with your Saints, man, at home. I'm gonna roll with the Saints at home. Don't ask me why. I don't know why,
Mhm.
but
Does anybody know the status of Trevor Lawrence? I think he banged his knee up last week, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he's gonna play. I
Think
think
he
he, I
gonna
think he's
play?
playing. I think he's playing. Yeah.
If Trevor Lawrence plays, give me the Jags. I think he'll run through y'all, honestly. I'm gonna be honest.
Mm.
Wow.
all right.
I'm kind of scared, man. It's a toss up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like this is one of those like trap games that Trevor Lawrence is susceptible of just losing it. Just like I'm coming out here trying to
Gonna be a
play
trap.
banged up, and the Saints get a little bit of momentum behind them. They got the Superdome going crazy, and then the next thing you know, they get
Yes, sir.
routed.
Mhm.
So with that, I'm gonna say Saints, man. I just got,
All right.
it ain't nothing that I really can pick on. I just got a gut feeling that like this is one of them games that the Jaguars are gonna drop.
Mm.
Well, I'll tell you what my gut is saying. I got the Saints winning by 6.5. Kamara touchdown. Olivier touchdown. I got me saying his name wrong, and I know how to say it. I
Olave.
think the boys gonna have a touchdown apiece. Olave, Kamara touchdown. Saints winning by 6.5. That's
Dang,
right.
did I say Olivia earlier?
Nah, you said Olave.
Okay, I thought I said.
You said
I'm not
Olave.
mad at that because I got that boy Olave on fantasy, so I'll take them points.
And Brooks, I do not hate the Bengals, man. I got your boy at quarterback. I'm just concerned because I'm losing games because of him, man. That's what it is. No disrespect to the
Same, man.
Bengals. But the Saints has got to stop Travis Etienne. The guy's been balling the last few weeks. Yeah, I stopped the little guy. He catching out the backfield, running the ball. He's two-headed monster. So, oh man, better late than never. Oh, he was in here for a second. We'll pop back in. I don't hate the Bengals, man. I love the Bengals, the jerseys and all that. All right, 3-2 Steelers at the 3-3 Rams, man. You seem, I don't know, it's because Stafford was happy the Cup was back. But you see, the boy only got 6 points in fantasy. There's the Puka Nacua. His value went down tremendously. I don't know if it's because Stafford got his main man back. But I do, and I think their running back is out too. Kerry Williams, he's hurt too. And it's still, I'm wrong with the Steelers. I was off on the Steelers. I thought that they were gonna get that man fired. But 3-2 this part of the season. I'm not convinced on the quarterback, but and can somebody put an APB out for Najee Harris? Where is this guy at, man? He's supposed to be the next big thing out there in Pittsburgh. They're wrong. They're known for the running style. That one guy, and he's just not been there. But I'm rolling with the Steelers based on all that.
Hey, I think Najee tired for real, though, bro. Like,
tired of what?
Oh, what?
Oh man, yeah, damn.
A long history of running their players. They got a long history of doing that. I mean, just look at it for yourselves. Y'all will find out. But I think in this game, I think in this game, I think the Rams, they really need this game. You know what I'm saying? I think they find a way to beat a team that is really inconsistent at home. So I'm rocking with the Rams on this one.
Yeah, give me the Rams as well. Stafford is playing actually decent this year. I haven't really seen enough from the Steelers. I feel like the Rams need this game, especially if they plan on, staying afloat in the NFC. So give me the Rams at home.
I'm gonna have to take the Steelers in this game just for the simple, reason. Pittsburgh Steelers can get pass rush, and they got 2 edge rushers with Watt and also Highsmith. My guy, I keep on saying people are sleeping on Highsmith, but he's a great pass rusher. And once you get Matt Stafford rattled, there's not too much you can do. The quarterback Pickett for the Steelers, he just gotta make enough plays. And I don't think that the Rams have enough secondary to keep up with Pickens. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one.
I'm gonna go with them Steelers by 2.5, man. I got to roll with them. They need to talk about Sean McVay. They hyped him up for years, and now they want to be quiet about him. But we need to talk about him having a poor team and poor performance. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
He got a ring. That's all. He got a ring. He'll be okay for another year or two. He got maybe 2 more years.
He was supposed to retire and go work for him. If I'm not mistaken.
I mean, all right. Go back to the NFC South. We got Marv, you went, right? Marv went.
Yeah, I went.
Right. The 3-3 Falcons at 3-2 Bucks, man. Bucks coming off a pretty lackluster loss to the Lions. They looked like Baker Mayfield everybody expected to look when he first got there. In that game. Falcons, they're up and down too. I'm not totally with what's the quarterback name? Ritter. Not Desmond Ritter. And
I don't know who that is, man.
And I think Pitt's only got 1 touchdown this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on the offense. If it's not getting the ball to Robinson, man, they look lost. And they doing that. I think they give you talking about somebody who should be tired, Mar. Bijan Robinson, he's carrying, catching, and everything. That being said, I think the Bucks bounce back. I think they bounce back and take this dub at home. I'll go with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Give me the Falcons, man. Give me the Falcons. I think the Falcons. I said the Falcons will win this division. I think the Baker Mayfield, the little run he was on is over. I think he comes back to reality now. I think the Bucks will continue to struggle. So give me the Falcons.
Yeah, preseason I picked the Falcons to win the NFC South. I think this is one of those ones where they go down there and I think they still win. I think the Bucks play really good in this one for some odd reason, but I think that they're gonna still win. The Falcons.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with shake and bake. I just don't. Desmond Ritter, man. Nobody likes him. Nobody on the team likes him. The coach don't like him. The players don't like him. Nobody like this guy. It's tough, man. When you don't have your team behind you, it's tough. It's tough to It's tough to play hard. But he's giving them enough ammo with the late interception last game. I don't know if y'all watched it, but for that reason alone, man, I'm gonna have to go with shake and bake. I got to go with Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. The Desmond Ritter guy, I don't trust him, man. I don't trust him.
Yeah, I got to go with the Atlanta Falcons, man. I got to roll with them boys. I like Bijan Robinson. I'm not a fan of the Bucks. I think Todd Bowles is a horrible head coach. I think the Bucks are trash, and the best they can do is get Baker Mayfield when they could got many other options. It's just gonna lead. I'm leaning towards Atlanta, man. Atlanta by 2.5, man. Easy.
I would agree with you on the Todd Bowles thing. He's one of those guys when they put the camera on him, he look like he don't know what he's doing. He's there. He wish Bruce Arians was back, calling plays for him. He wish he was in the back.
His face looked like if it was in a dictionary, it would be second guess. Like he's second guess everything.
Man,
like
I hate when they put the camera on him, man. Like, man, he put it on somebody else. Put it on Baker Mayfield, man. Because Bowles be looking lost. I'll be like, "Are you the coach? I like it. Say something." Just yes,
talking slow. He look like he be scamming folks, man.
All right, man. We got the Lions going out to Baltimore. One of the bigger games of the weekend. Of course, I'm rolling my boys, man. I'm still not sold on that offensive coordinator in Baltimore. They keep saying he's supposed to be this guy to change Lamar Jackson's playing style and plays, but when we watched him this past, I watched the early game out of London. Boy, they look the same offense.
Yeah.
He tried to get OBJ the ball. He's overthrowing a lot of passes too. He's throwing. I don't know. I'm just the offense is not convincing to me. I know they say it takes time, but you had all the training camp. Well, you weren't there? Well, I don't know, but I'm not convinced. I haven't seen nothing different about that offense than last year and the year before last. A lot of option run, a lot of maybe he'll keep it, maybe he'll throw it. Nothing look different. So I'm rolling with the Lions to take care. If they can stop, you don't have to stop them. Just contain them. And don't get beat by the long balls. Don't get tricked. I think we'll be good.
I think
go ahead.
I think the Lions will be doing good in this game if they could keep Lamar Jackson under 40 or 50 yards rushing. And I know that sounds like a lot, but if you look at his stats, like he has some 70, 68 or something like that in there. And I just don't want him to like Bizzle said, like if he can start to get over 40, 50 yards, that's when you start to try to like, oh yeah, we really got to stop this run. And then that's when he hits you deep over the top. And we don't need that. They've been playing pretty disciplined, and that's the other thing. I think if the Lions play disciplined football, don't get a whole bunch of penalties, I think they'll be just fine. I think they'll beat this team by a touchdown or better if they stay away from the flags.
Okay.
I think this game is going to come down to whichever team makes the most biggest plays. I feel like Detroit has the team and the players that make those plays. I don't feel like Baltimore does right now. Baltimore's still searching. They still kind of struggling. The playmakers that they do have, they're just not making those plays. So give me Detroit, man. I think Detroit wins this one.
Man, give me Detroit as well. Give me Detroit.
Detroit.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I'm gonna be the lone wolf, man. I'm gonna have to step out. I'm gonna ride with Lamar Jackson, man. Only because they're playing at home. I think this is gonna be a good matchup. Even if the Rams lose this game, if they do lose, it's not gonna take anything away from the Rams, man. It's a long season. It's a lot of games ahead. The only reason why I'm picking Baltimore is just simply because they're playing at home. But this wouldn't take anything away from Detroit if they lose this game. I think Detroit is still on the right path. It's an AFC matchup. They'll be able to get through the NFC just fine. They got one of the easiest schedules also, so I think they'll be able to finish just fine.
Ooh. He keep throwing it out there, but we're not gonna do this right now. Because I can easily say who did y'all beat and who did y'all lose to. But we're gonna move on
with that combo.
Move on. I'm not trying to figure that out, man. I'm just saying. You know how I feel about the Cowboys. I'm honest about them, but I just feel like this is a game Baltimore needs to win. They need this. Detroit, I don't think if y'all lose it, I don't think it's gonna hurt y'all in the long run.
No.
It's an AFC game. It's not doing nothing.
Eddie Morris.
Oh, he picked Detroit.
No, I was just gonna say I think the Lions are gonna I can see Detroit winning, man, in the upset because they gotta continue to show that they gotta continue to prove that they belong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. By beating the Ravens, man, it's gonna really put them on the map and make them 6-1. That's a lot of momentum.
Right. 6-1 be crazy. I'm going with Detroit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't let that Sports Center Stephen A. Smith list get to their head, man. Just go take care of business. Don't look at that stuff. Man, just go out there.
See, but you see, it's been a lot of talk though. Y'all been a top talk everywhere. Some teams say y'all number one, number two.
I
ain't used to that.
I don't want all that hype.
I ain't used to that since Barry Sanders.
And then they get out there and they get on this and then it's just flags everywhere. That's why I think it really do come down to the flags, bro.
The hype is right now. It's here.
We're not. This is new.
It's here, man.
Yeah, you could be so pumped up that you just get out of character and just do stupid stuff.
Cowboys versus 49ers.
It was fun. It was fun to turn on TV Monday morning and flipping through the channels and seeing that, everybody's talking about the Lions first place this and top 5 this. But we're fans, so we have to. I just want the players keep doing what they're doing. Take
Y'all
care
not
of
the only
business.
ones
I
watching.
ain't used to that.
No, we're not. And we're enjoying every single minute of it. Every single minute.
Mhm.
And our fans show up. You saw how many fans was there in Tampa Bay? It was half. They had the stadium was Lion fans.
Yeah, I was surprised at
Hey,
that.
I got a question.
Where they been? Where they been?
And I got a quick question.
Not all the
Why is
bandwagon
Calvin
stuff,
Johnson
man.
banned from his facility?
Why hasn't he been?
No,
What was
he's
it?
banned from the Lions facility. He said it on the podcast.
Who was banned?
Calvin Johnson. Well,
Calvin
they
Johnson
still
is banned from.
they still going that dispute they have with their contract. So when he, roughly retired, they felt that he should have gave some of the money back, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get the money back." So I mean, that's been the thing with the organization. The thing is, we love our team, we hate our ownership. Like we love the GMs, love the coaches. It's the owners who've been screwing us up for years, the Fords, and because they have the Ford name, they run a lot of these things. There are a lot of things they control. Like when they wanted to take the Lions off of Thanksgiving games, well, Ford like, okay, we're going to take our Ford logo off the Fox network. So, I mean, you're dealing with a mafia type ownership with the Fords, and it goes down, and they cross people off. Like Barry Sanders really just start coming back around. He getting a statue was long overdue, but you get people like that who come back around.
One of the best statues, by the way.
Yeah. It didn't do bad. All right, so on to the last game we're gonna talk about, man. We got the 5-1 Dolphins at the 5-1 Eagles. Man. Eagles and Jalen Hurts. I don't know what's going on the last few weeks. They've been getting away. I don't know if it's because of the schedule they have early on, but that game last week, the end of that game, his decision making was bad. With that being said, I still think I'm gonna take the Eagles to win that game. I'm taking the Eagles at home. I don't want to say they was talked about as bad as the Cowboys were in the 49ers game. It was still a bad loss, but I think it's one of the games they need to win to get that game behind them and move on to be one of the best teams in the not the conference but the league. So I'm going to take the Eagles to take care of business against the Dolphins. I think they can stop that high flying powered offense.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with the Dolphins, man. I don't trust the Eagles secondary. Maddox, he's out for the year. And I just never really trust. Even last year, I didn't trust their secondary. This is the perfect game for Tyreek Hill, Waddle, all the tool weapons to go crazy, man. This is the perfect. And then so it also depends on if the Dolphins can stop the Eagles' run game, because we see if you force Jalen Hurts, if you force him to throw 45 times, he's gonna make some mistakes. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on this one, man. I like that Dolphins wide receiver team better against the Eagles secondary.
Yeah.
I think
it's gonna be. Go ahead.
I think that AJ Brown is gonna be the best receiver on the field. Like
I hope so, because Jesus Christ.
I think he's gonna be the best receiver on the field. He probably gonna have the most catches, but on the other side, you're gonna get Tyreek Hill with the most yards.
That's the best receiver.
I mean, if you get like 5 catches for like a buck 30 or 40 because they bombing it to you and you running past Darius Slay, who's getting a little long in the tooth, you're gonna have more yards.
Yeah.
But I think AJ Brown is really gonna be the one out there cutting people up, making them look crazy, doing the real wide receiver route tree stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like he gonna be the real receiver out there doing his thing. And I feel like Miami wins this game though, because I don't think that I don't think that they're gonna be able to stop all of their weapons, bro. I just think the Eagles lose this game. Like you said, their secondary is kind of questionable, especially with Maddox going down.
Yeah.
So I think that the Dolphins come in there and they get it done.
Yeah. Real quick. Every week, Tyreek Hill is a highlight. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, he is.
That boy's a walking highlight every week. It ain't gonna stop. It's not gonna stop.
Can I change my pick?
Nah, you got to stay with it. You got to stay with it.
Go ahead, D-Moore.
I gotta go with them Eagles. No, I'm sorry, I apologize. I gotta go with them Dolphins.
Oh,
I was a big fan of their running back. Aki, what's his name? If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize.
Yeah.
But that running back they had, he was phenomenal, man. That dude was fast. He was getting them yards up, man. So even with him being gone, he still have a high power offense. So I think they're gonna show Philly up, man. They're gonna show them, that they're gonna actually surprise them and they're gonna run it up. And just like kind of parallel with the Lions, man, they gotta win this game to show that to prove that they belong.
Yeah, the Dolphins do. Yeah, for real. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, how tall is Chain? Chain is 6'1", 6'2"?
Who?
I don't know.
Nope.
He's like 5'8".
5'8", yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Moving on. And man, that's it, man. That's it for the show, man. D Morris, man, appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, thanks for riding out.
We've been a fan of yours in the comment section, man. It's nice to have you on, bro. So anytime you want to jump back on, man, you know where we at, man.
Sure.
I know where to find you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll reach back.
Hey, one quick thing, just real quick. Just to touch on that Anthony Richardson being out for the season. That's a disappointment. That's a disappointment to me, man, that he's out for the season, because there's only a few quarterbacks that I really picked to say they was going to really do it in this league. And there was Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Anthony Richardson, man. So man, him being out for the season, I hate that for the Colts Nation.
I said it was a bad sign, man. I said Anthony Richardson is stealing money right now. You mean to tell me you can't stay healthy for 5 NFL games? Come on, bro.
He got a concussion, didn't he? Didn't he get a concussion?
Yeah, now it's his shoulder. Yeah, all right. He's stealing money.
If you can't throw, what are you gonna do?
Hey man, he's stealing money, man.
Hey, so what's
the numbers and words are mixed up?
Let me ask you this question, Ucho. What's the difference between drafting him and sitting him for the rest of the year because of shoulder surgery?
I think because we already see chinks in the armor, man.
We don't.
Yes, we do. He's injury prone. So you mean to tell me you can't last 5 games in the NFL?
Hey, I ain't gonna
lie.
lie.
He got injured twice in 5 weeks.
Crazy. Hold on. He played in 5 games. He only finished 1.
Neutron is Greg Williams.
Exactly. This is why you see the quarterbacks like the Prescotts and the Kirk Cousins. This is why they get that type of money. Durability.
Ooh.
I'm telling you. Durability is big. Durability is big.
Hey,
now, don't get me wrong. Prescott did have that little ankle injury, and he'd have had some finger stuff.
And you told him to get up. You told him to get up and keep playing.
For the most part, durability is why these folks get paid a lot of that money.
Well, hold on. Kirk Cousins didn't play his first year. He sat behind RG3.
You got to play.
But when he played, how many times he sit out?
I don't know.
You watch Kirk Cousins on that TV show.
Wow. Wasn't
he taking them hard hits?
Yeah, he was.
He was taking hard. Did he not get up?
But it wasn't a concussion, Nucho.
Did he not get up?
Man lost his breath.
Man, he wants him to play during
it wasn't a concussion.
Hey, man.
We see what he's
saying. Get one time on. Get up. Hey, it's not my fault Kirk Cousins have a tougher body. Pause. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
You seen the repercussions of what happens when you throw somebody out there with a concussion. Tua is a prime example. They threw that man back in there. He took one more hit. He was throwing up gang signs. No disrespect. But you got to take care of your players right there. It is a rookie. So, you think he stole money, but you're protecting your asset. You're protecting your future quarterback.
Long run.
Go ahead and sit him out. Get him started. Get him healthy.
You're right.
Now, year 2, year 3, I would agree. But
hypothetically speaking,
hey, listen, the reason why they going so critical with this and just being careful because of Luck, man. They just had this with Andrew Luck, so they and it was like almost the same injury, so they not finna go out here and rush him to do anything, bro.
If I'm the Colts organization, I'm definitely side-eyeing Richardson.
What?
I'm side-eyeing, man. I'm
I'm
side-eyeing.
side-eyeing you. I'm
I'm
side-eyeing
side-eyeing.
you.
I'm side-eyeing, man. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm side-eyeing you, man.
Nucho is the personal is the team trainer who like, even though they got a hole in one of their muscles, he like, man, just give him the shot. You put him out,
man. Richardson, baby, it's only 5 games, man. Can we get it together, Richardson? Damn.
Hold on, man. Nucho sound like a coach who coached back in the 60s, man. Like, bro, like this is a multi-million-dollar quarterback.
Man,
Their
Nucho,
first round.
What's the
Nucho
name of
would
that
have been
shot?
under investigation, man.
Yeah, he was cortisone shots. Where he at?
This
You
Nucho
get that
cortisone right here.
Hey,
Hey, coach,
Yeah.
coach, my shoulder broke. But can you throw?
Cortisone. Cortisone.
I'm just saying,
This
man.
NFL blitz.
Hey, the signs are there. The signs are there. Hey, before next year start, we'll make a bet if Richardson play all 17 games. We'll make a bet.
Man, Nucho would have been under investigation, man.
We'll make a bet. We'll make a bet. I'm just saying, we all been watching football for a while. We see the signs. We see the signs. It's
I
year
don't see
one.
the sign. The dude had concussion. His shoulder needs surgery.
Hey,
His
all
throwing
right.
arm.
All right.
Hey, Nucho,
Hey.
be honest, when Dak got that injury, did you tell him to get up and keep playing? Did you say get
Nah,
your ass up and keep playing, Dak?
Look, his ankle was going that. His foot was going that way. Nah.
You sure? You sure you
Nah,
didn't say, hey,
okay.
can you walk on it? This
Hey,
I'm just saying, man.
He get a shot. Go on to 10. Go on to 10 and get a
Stand
shot.
him up. You be all right. Just put that.
Hey, I see the signs, man. You're right, Brooks. Thank God I'm on the team where Richardson would have been traded in the offseason.
What?
Hey, y'all, we messed up.
I remember they did that. I remember they did that
messed
to Michael Crabtree. They did that to Michael Crabtree. They took him in the tent and gave him a shot when he was in college. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
That's part of Nucho. Yeah, go ahead and give him a shot, coach. He good. Come out there.
Give him 3 shots. Give him 3 shots.
Hey, man. I'm definitely having a meeting with the dude that approved Richardson. You sure? You sure, man?
That's my boy, man. Anthony
All
Richardson,
the
that's my
other-
boy, man.
Man,
All the other rookies playing.
Yeah,
All the other rookie quarterbacks playing.
they didn't have a concussion
That's my boy.
and a shoulder, broken shoulder.
Yeah, man. I'm
You
just
out,
saying.
you out of line, Nucho. You out of line.
He-
Short leash over here, baby. It's a short leash over here.
Hey, man, we gotta watch these Madden teams from now on, man.
Hey, man.
All right, well, that would do it for the episode. Like we said, thank you, D Moore, for jumping on. True, had to jump off early. But man, anytime you want to come back on, man, let us know, man. You're always welcome here, man. Appreciate you jumping on.
Appreciate you, man.
Rock out, man.
Man, appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, man. Thank you guys for showing up, with the comments. Same time next week, man. So everything else was said. Everybody good?
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
All right,
We
we
good,
out.
man.